Indiana is facing new fallout after state lawmakers passed a near total abortion ban Friday. It is the first state to enact such a law since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in June. And the ban takes effect September 15th. So for more on this, I want to bring in Arika Herron. She is a reporter from the Indianapolis Star. So Arika, the abortion ban goes into effect on September 15th. First off, just sort of walk us through the ban. What does it entail? Are there any exceptions?
We actually will not have abortion clinics in the state of Indiana anymore. These procedures will have to be done in a hospital or outpatient surgery center, and they will only be allowed in some pretty strict exceptions. So only in cases of rape and incest, up to 10 weeks, up to 20 weeks for lethal fetal anomalies, or in cases when the life of the pregnant person is in danger. Otherwise, there will be no legal abortion in Indiana anymore.
This was sort of a long, drawn-out special session, though politics in Indiana is pretty much dominated by Republicans. All Republicans were not on board with this bill. So I'm sort of curious as to whether or not the general feeling is that the bill will stand when even Republicans are divided on whether or not it goes too far or didn't go far enough.
I think the bill will stand. I think we'll certainly see, attempts to change it in one direction or the other, most likely both, in the next legislative session, which starts in January here. But I do think that the bill will go forward. We are expecting probably some legal challenges. State House leadership has said as much, but the governor has signed it, so this is law in Indiana now.
So this is there were a number of amendments thrown out. Indiana State Representative John Bartlett introduced an amendment to the anti-abortion bill that would outlaw erectile dysfunction drugs. What was that about?
Yes, it did get some chuckles in the chamber when Representative Bartlett suggested that amendment, but he was making, a broader point, I think, which is that, this, from his viewpoint, this bill only addresses kind of the woman's role in pregnancy and doesn't address, the man's role, right? It takes two for a person to become pregnant. And I think that's the broader point he was trying to make there, is this doesn't address, the father's role in this pregnancy.
Very early on, the Indiana Chamber of Commerce came out and sort of begged lawmakers to just take it slow. Just consider all the impacts. We heard from Eli Lilly, giant pharmaceutical company, who sort of indicated that they would look to other states, perhaps, when it comes to expanding. Can we talk about the concerns about the ripple effect when it comes to the economy in Indiana because of this bill?
Absolutely. There are some very real concerns. Eli Lilly is one of our state's largest employers, and they've already, as you mentioned, come out and said they'll look to grow their business elsewhere. The Indy Chamber of Commerce is really concerned about what this will mean. And Indiana is not a stranger to this. When we passed our Religious Freedom Act, back in, I think, 2015, businesses really, came out in droves to say that was going to be so detrimental to the state, they had to change it. They eventually did. So we're kind of waiting to see if we'll see, similar reaction, if it will be quite as large in Indiana. But right now, lawmakers seem pretty dug in on this. They were, of course, hearing from the business community behind the scenes on this ahead of time, and went forward with the bill. So it's so new. This just happened on Friday. We're waiting to see what the fallout really will be. But there are grave concerns.
Well, Arika, thank you very much.
Thank you.